Every month, millions of people spend hundreds of dollars buying vegetables, herbs, fruit, fertilizer, and even animal feed without realizing that a tiny backyard, one smaller than a parking space, could produce most of it for years. I'm talking about a backyard that costs around $50 to start, but can save you nearly $2,000 every single year. No expensive greenhouse, no fancy equipment, no huge piece of land, just a simple system that keeps producing food month after month while your grocery bill gets smaller and smaller. The crazy part? Our grandparents already knew how to do this. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to build that backyard, what to plant first, and why this simple setup can change the way you think about food forever. For years, I believed growing food was expensive. Every time I searched online, people were building raised beds that cost hundreds of dollars. They bought expensive soil, irrigation systems, tools, fertilizers, and decorative garden boxes. It looked beautiful, but it also looked expensive. So I kept going to the supermarket. Every week, it was the same story: tomatoes, lettuce, spinach, herbs, onions, fruit. Every visit cost more than the last. Then food prices started rising. A few dollars here, a few dollars there. Before long, I realized I was spending thousands every year on food that I could actually grow myself. That's when I discovered something that changed everything. The goal isn't to grow everything. The goal is to grow the things you buy over and over again. Those are the foods that quietly drain your wallet every single week. Once I understood that, my entire backyard became an investment instead of empty space. Number 1. Plant fruit trees first. Most people start with vegetables. That's backwards. Fruit trees are the foundation. Why? Because one tree keeps producing for decades. A single lemon tree can give hundreds of lemons every year. A mature mango tree can produce hundreds of pounds of fruit. Mulberries, guavas, figs, oranges, and avocados all provide harvests that would cost hundreds of dollars at the grocery store. Plant them once, protect them while they're young, then let nature do the work. Every year the harvest gets bigger. Every year your savings grow. The best time to plant a fruit tree was years ago. The second best time is today. Number 2, grow perennial vegetables. Here's a mistake almost every beginner makes. They plant vegetables that die every season, then they start over, again and again. Instead, plant crops that keep coming back. Things like tree spinach, chaya, walking onions, asparagus, perennial herbs, and moringa. These plants can feed your family for years without needing to be replanted. That means less work, less money, and more food. Old farming communities loved perennial crops because they understood something modern gardening often forgets. The less you disturb nature, the more nature works for you. Number 3, turn kitchen waste into fertilizer. Every banana peel, every eggshell, every coffee ground, every vegetable scrap. Most people throw them into the trash. That's money. Instead, compost them. Those scraps become rich soil that feeds your garden for free. Commercial fertilizer can cost hundreds of dollars every year. Compost costs almost nothing. Nature has been recycling nutrients for millions of years. Your backyard can do the same. Once your compost pile gets going, you'll wonder why you ever paid for fertilizer. Number 4, plant herbs you'll never have to buy again. Walk through a supermarket. Look at the herbs: a tiny bunch of mint, a few leaves of basil, small packets of rosemary. They seem cheap, but buying them every week adds up fast. Now imagine stepping outside your back door. Fresh mint, fresh basil, fresh oregano, fresh thyme, fresh rosemary, whenever you need them. No plastic packaging, no trip to the store. Most herbs grow easily. Many even survive with very little care. And once established, they keep producing for years. That's one of the highest returns you can get from such a small space. Number 5. Grow vertical instead of horizontal. People think they need a huge backyard. They don't. The secret is growing upward. Beans, cucumbers, passion fruit, grapes, even some squash. Instead of spreading across the ground, they climb. One simple trellis can double or even triple your growing space. That's why ancient gardens often used walls, fences, and trees as living supports. Every square foot became productive. You don't need more land, you need smarter land. And that's exactly what this backyard is all about.
Now, here's where everything starts coming together. Most people think saving money in the backyard is about growing a few tomatoes. It isn't. It's about building a system where every part supports another. Once you understand that, your backyard stops being a garden. It becomes an investment. Number 6. Collect rainwater. Water can become one of the biggest hidden costs of gardening, but every time it rains, thousands of gallons fall onto your roof for free. Instead of letting that water run away, collect it. Even one rain barrel can provide enough water to keep your garden alive through dry weeks. For centuries, farmers relied on rainwater, long before modern irrigation existed. It's free, it's natural, and your plants often prefer it because it contains no chlorine. One rainy season can fill your barrels again and again. That's money you never have to spend. Number 7. Plant nitrogen-fixing trees. Most people buy fertilizer every single year. Nature doesn't. Trees like black locust, alder, and many acacias work with bacteria in the soil to naturally add nitrogen. That means healthier vegetables, greener leaves, and bigger harvests, without expensive fertilizer. Think of these trees as living fertilizer factories. The longer they grow, the more valuable they become. Number 8. Raise a few chickens. If your local laws allow it, a small flock of chickens can completely change your backyard. They eat kitchen scraps, they hunt insects, they turn weeds into eggs, and their manure becomes one of the best fertilizers you can use. Instead of throwing food away, you're turning it into fresh eggs almost every day. That's a system, not just a backyard. Number 9. Grow the most expensive foods. Don't waste your best garden space on crops that are already cheap. Instead, grow the foods that cost the most at the store. Fresh herbs, berries, leafy greens, peppers, tomatoes. These are the foods with the biggest price tags and the shortest shelf life. Fresh-picked vegetables also taste better than anything that's traveled hundreds of miles on a truck. You're saving money while eating better. That's a rare combination. Number 10. Let nature do the work. One of the biggest lessons I learned was to stop fighting nature. Instead of digging constantly, cover the soil with mulch. Instead of spraying chemicals, attract birds and beneficial insects. Instead of pulling every weed, learn which plants actually help your garden. Nature has balanced itself for millions of years. When you work with it instead of against it, your workload becomes smaller every year.
The change that surprised me. When I first started, my backyard looked ordinary. Mostly grass, a few weeds, nothing useful. I spent money every week buying food I could have been growing myself. At first, progress felt slow. The fruit trees were tiny, the herbs were just seedlings, the compost pile looked like a pile of trash. Honestly, I wondered if it was worth the effort. But then the second year arrived. The herbs exploded with growth, the compost turned into rich black soil, the vegetables became healthier. Then the fruit trees started producing. Instead of walking to the supermarket for every little thing, I walked into my backyard. Fresh herbs, fresh vegetables, fresh fruit. Everything tasted better because it had been picked only minutes before. My grocery bill became smaller every month. By the third year, I realized something incredible.
The backyard wasn't costing me money anymore. It was saving me money, thousands of dollars over time. And every year after that became even better because the trees kept growing. Avoid these common mistakes. Before you start, let me save you from the mistakes I made. Mistake number 1, trying to grow everything. Start with 5 or 6 crops your family eats every week. Master those first, then expand. Mistake number 2, planting without a plan. Tall trees belong where they won't block sunlight from smaller plants. Think ahead. Your backyard today will look very different in 5 years. Mistake number 3, expecting instant results. Fruit trees need time. Compost needs time. Healthy soil needs time. But once they mature, they keep rewarding you year after year. Patience creates permanent savings. Mistake number 4, giving up too early. Many people quit after one season because they don't see huge harvests, but gardens are like investments. The biggest rewards come later. Every year gets easier. Every year becomes more productive. Imagine this. Imagine walking outside tomorrow morning. Instead of seeing an empty backyard, you see food. Fresh herbs waiting for breakfast, fruit hanging from trees, vegetables ready for dinner, birds singing, bees pollinating flowers, healthy soil full of life. Your children learn where food really comes from. Your grocery bill keeps getting smaller. Your backyard becomes more beautiful every year. And while food prices continue to rise, your little backyard keeps producing, quietly, reliably, season after season. That's the real secret. You're not just growing food, you're growing freedom. So here's my challenge for you. This week, plant just one thing. One fruit tree, one herb, one vegetable. It doesn't matter how small you start. What matters is that you start. A year from now, you'll wish you had planted today. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments, what's the first thing you'd grow in your backyard? And if you're serious about saving money, growing your own food, and building a more self-sufficient life, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. Because in the next video, I'll show you 10 plants you should grow once that will feed your family for decades. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.